Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Smart Money Sundays. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a fantastic Valentine's Day. This video is going to be just a little bit different than normal. I'm not going to go as in depth as we normally do in Smart Money Sundays videos, breaking things down. As it is Valentine's Day, I figured it would be better to kind of quickly run through what I'm looking at before your significant other gets upset at you for watching a long-winded video on YouTube on Valentine's Day. All right, so just a little different. I'm going to run through kind of quickly everything I'm looking at. Tomorrow is a bank holiday, as a reminder, I believe. I think it's President's Day in the U.S. I'll have to double check that, but if that's the case, there would be no need to really force anything tomorrow and just kind of enjoy the holiday and get back to it on Tuesday. Okay. I will remind you that this is the last day for our Valentine's Day promo. It will end very shortly. Again, that's 25% off our courses as well as lifetime VIP access. So make sure to get in on that. If you haven't, feel free to message us on Telegram at ArielFX Trading or on IG at Ariel__FX. Okay. So, beginning with the DXY as usual, you can see that on the 4-hour time frame, we did trade up into this level here very nicely with a beautiful reaction. Okay, very strong reaction to the downside. Now, if you remember weeks ago, I really wanted this level initially on the DXY around 89.80, 89.75, that area. I wanted that for price to trade into that before continuing higher. We didn't, and we just continued higher into this level. Okay, so now with this reaction, the fact that we do still have some very clean equal lows as well as this area of interest, this former area of interest from a while back in January, I do believe that we can continue to see some downside on the dollar. Okay, now you'll see on the daily time frame, okay, we did kind of trade into that 50%, this inefficiency on the daily time frame, 30-minute time frame, trade into this up close candle here as well with a break in short-term market structure. So I do expect DXY really to continue to kind of spill over here into that higher time frame level of interest, where we will wait and see how price reacts to this level, looking for some type of accumulation or potentially redistribution at that level. Okay, so in the meantime, we can continue to look for kind of shorting opportunities on the DXY into this level and then reassess once price reaches this level. Okay, I can see price just making a small retracement and then continuing, or we could end up running this high, having somewhat of a bigger retracement before continuing down. Okay, so make sure you pair time and price, correlate that. But again, I'm looking for excuses to continue to sell DXY into this kind of level here. Okay, so that is our dollar. Obviously, inverse correlation here on Euro USD. As I've spoken about recently, I still want this falling liquidity here, this retail trap within this trend line. I want us to destroy this liquidity. Okay, so again, I'm still looking for upside on Euro USD and for price really trade into this region of price 1.2250. Okay, so I'll be looking for continuations to the upside on this pair. You can see the reaction on Friday off of this level here that ran out liquidity, and obviously the breaker here. Okay, so it would be really nice kind of if price could go ahead and close above this level, look for the retracement somewhere around 1.2100 for the continuation to the upside to run out the retail liquidity resting above this trend line. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at on Euro. GBP USD, we are approaching higher time frame levels. You can see kind of weekly time frame, this candle ran out liquidity. We actually are trading currently into this monthly candlestick as well. I do still project higher prices on GU. Okay, I'm in particular 1.4050 into really 1.4300 is where we'll start to look for kind of some of that distribution. Okay, but until then, we can continue to look for excuses and opportunities to buy GBP USD using swift sell-offs as the excuse to get in at a discounted price. Okay, so GU, we still have this inefficiency, this imbalance created by, I believe it was a GBP monetary policy in the UK, where we left this rising liquidity as well. That if we do see a swift sell-off, don't get afraid, wait for that lower time frame accumulation, really around 1.3600 to 1.3630, and then the continuation long into our higher time frame area of interest, as I just pointed out. Okay, so I'd really like to see a kind of swift sell-off into this level, running out this liquidity into this level here, which purged equal lows to the left. Okay, so that would be really nice still to get that retracement, get in discounted for potentially the last leg to the upside, last significant leg to the upside into our higher time frame level. Okay, so that's GU. Last kind of major I want to touch on today, NZD USD. Now this one's a bit interesting. We have really been stuck within a range for quite some time now. You can see the range here. Okay, and we are kind of trading towards the top of the range at the moment. Okay, so I would be cautious if I were you looking to potentially buy here. It could play out, but again, that would be kind of the middle of the range, so be careful. And so in all reality, what I'm looking for is either a reaction off of 7240, this candle here which ran out liquidity, or for price to make one last run at the highs of the range, okay, trading into our up close candle here, 7260. Okay, so I'm looking for lower time frame distribution at this level. If this level breaches, then this level. Okay, and again, we're looking to, well, price is trading within a range. We always want to be sellers above old highs, buyers below old lows within a range. Okay, so this could play out here. It could, but again, just remember you're in the middle. We do have equal lows that will be run out eventually. So just be mindful of this level. And remember the fact that we are in a range, and if we get above these highs, I will be looking for shorting opportunities back down into the bottom boundary of the range. Okay, so that is NZD USD. Okay. Moving on to a couple Canadian pairs. Cad Jpy is a trade that I actually called out on Friday's webinar. A very beautiful trade and really top down. This is something that I've been calling for price to trade into 82.85, even into this old gap in price at 84. I've been calling this level, and for price to be magnetized to this level since price was trading down here last summer. Okay, so it's taken some time, but we are ultimately trading into this higher time frame objective finally. Okay, so until that objective is met, and I do firmly believe 84 will be met, we could see a reaction at the open of that daily. I'll look at it again. This massive daily candlestick where we ran out an old high. Okay, so we could see a reaction at this level, but ultimately I expect 84. Okay, breaking down the trade we took on Friday, that was called out on the live Zoom session. Okay. And actually, I'll hop out a little higher. You can see that we did have a higher time frame sponsor candle that ran out equal lows. I measured 50% of that move. Price traded into that, accumulating. And on the 5-minute time frame, you can quite clearly see beautiful candlestick here that ran out the lows, and it had a beautiful reaction New York session on Friday. Okay, so final target on this would yield about a 1 to 50, so about 50%. For those VIP members who took this trade, and even just into the open of our daily candlestick here would be about a 1 to 15, I believe. Okay. In terms of re-entry, there is a possibility that we could get price to trade back into this candle here. 82.50, 82.40. And you can look to get long again into our higher time frame levels. Okay, that is Cad Jpy. The other one I want to look at is Cad CHF. Now this one, I believe, kind of like Cad Jpy, I believe this one can trade into our imbalance and efficiency here on the daily time frame. This up close candle, okay, inefficiency created, 7100, 7130. I believe that will magnetize price, so we can continue to look for buying opportunities, excuses to buy. Okay, you can see that price slowed down and momentum began to accumulate here, entice the buyers prematurely, run them out, trade into an old level, which I identified on the lower time frame. I don't remember the time frame it was, but you can look for yourself. Had a nice reaction and looks like we're breaking structure. Okay, so what I'd simply like to see is for price to trade down into this 15-minute candle. It's also the 8-minute candle, 7007, and look for continuations to the upside into our higher time frame area, as well as attack these equal highs most recently, okay, at 7060. I do believe these will be run out this week as well. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at on our CAD pairs. Euro NZD. Okay, this one offered a couple nice opportunities last week, particularly here. In terms of the here and now, I do believe we could potentially get another move to the upside and trade into 691. Okay, now it's just a matter of getting that retracement. I'm looking at 6,700 for potential continuation buy opportunities to the upside. Okay, from 6,700 you can catch a nice 210 pips. Okay, it's simply the 50% of this move here, rounded down to the whole number. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at on Euro NZD. We'll see how that one plays out. I do believe we can at least trade into this level here. All right. Gbp Aud. Okay. You can see we had 1 drive, 2 drive, 3 drive into the high, and a swift sell-off. Price, however, created equal highs here and didn't fully retrace. So I do believe price can retrace, take out these equal highs, really into 1.7800, where we can look for shorting opportunities to go ahead and attack these guys here, take them out. Okay, so that's what I'd like to see on Gbp Aud. See if I'm missing anything here. Gbp Jpy, I just want to point out the fact that we are trading finally into area of interest on the daily time frame. You can see this daily candlestick. Okay, so I do expect some sensitivity in price pretty soon, pretty shortly. Okay, and I'll be looking for potential distribution schematics around this level, 145.70 into 14600. I will be looking for distribution to take place, or we can look to then have a long retracement opportunity down and to take out some equal lows that have been left. Okay, so that is what I'm looking at on GJ. Not much to talk about on CHF Jpy. Had a nice distribution on Friday and a nice entry called out as well on the live session. I called CHF Jpy as well as Cad Jpy were the two trades that I called out on Friday. So VIP members, make sure you are tuning into the live calls as well. Okay, so CHF Jpy, I do expect further downside and for price to ultimately take out our equal lows here around 116.9. Okay, so I will continue to look for potential shorting opportunities on this one. Let's see if I'm missing anything else. I don't believe so. Beautiful. Perfect. So that is all I am looking at the moment. Again, relatively brief. Enjoy your holiday. Don't worry about the charts today. We have a holiday tomorrow as well. So just relax. You don't have to force a trade right now. Enjoy time with your significant other. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. And again, if you'd like to take part in the Valentine's Day promo, 25% off courses, as well as lifetime VIP, please be sure to message us at ArielFX Trading on Telegram, as well as on IG at Ariel__FX. All right, have a great rest of your weekend and safe trading this week. Thanks.